My name's Campbell. I'm a recently transitioned 42-year-old veteran from North Lanarkshire, originally from Wishaw. I was a personnel recovery officer, and on that journey I've seen what service can do to an individual. That is where I cut my teeth to do the job that I'm doing now as a veterans peer support worker. And many of the skills and attributes that I learned in that role, I bring across. None more important than that listening ear and that listening ear. A lot of the things to do with veteran-specific issues, I find that sometimes you have to do less of this and more of this.
Veterans First Point is made up of clinicians who are employed through NHS Lanarkshire and are peer support workers who are veterans themselves employed through the Scottish Association for Mental Health and also the Lanarkshire Association for Mental Health. So we're a partnership between health and social care. It's important to have a peer support worker as the first point of contact for veterans and family members accessing V1P Lanarkshire, because they provide that credible knowledge of having served themselves within the forces. So they have that knowledge and they have that insight as to what are the veteran-specific issues facing people accessing our service.
I've seen a lot of soldiers get to the gate and leave the army, being unprepared, not ready for transition, and falling into difficulties. It's important for veterans, getting help from veterans. We've got an understanding of what a veteran's going through, and we've an understanding where a veteran's coming from. I also had difficulties, so when a veteran presents himself with difficulties, I have a bit of understanding where he is, because these difficulties may have happened early in his career, and they're now presenting themselves at the end of his career.
When you sign off in the army, you've got 12 months that's supposed to prepare you for getting out of the army. You're supposed to get, yourself settled, maybe get some housing in place, get finances sorted. But I suppose I fell into that green bubble where I felt like everything was just going to kind of fall into my lap. I served 10 years full service and 12 months full-time reserve service, working as a welfare corporal. I have actually experienced my own problems transitioning from the military into civilian life. That transitional periods, which so often veterans find really hard when they've been in that green bubble. The green bubble is what you have when you're serving. You're in a gated community, you're in a community where it's all military. There's no civilian counterparts coming in and out. You're all living together. When you leave the green bubble, you need to start your transition. And the transition is where you go out, get your own property, get your own GP, get your kids into their own school, get your own job. Not having the green bubble, you have to do a lot of stuff yourself, and that's where difficulties come from.
Veterans First Point Lanarkshire is a vital service in terms of health and social care integration, in terms of partnership working between the NHS and the third sector. The care that our service provides for mental, physical and welfare within the community for our service users is widespread. There are over 500 charities and organisations for veterans across Scotland, and that can be really overwhelming for anyone transitioning from military life to civilian life. And Veterans First Point Lanarkshire hopes to be able to coordinate that care. So we work with individuals from, for example, Veterans UK to organise war pensions. We have contacts within the council when it comes to housing, with ASAP, the Veterans Employment organisation, through the Citizens Advice Bureau. But central to that again is our peer support workers who are veterans themselves. They have an extensive knowledge of all the veteran specific and local community resources accessible within Lanarkshire but also within Scotland. So they are there to coordinate any need the veteran might have within the community, whether it's with our organisation or with another one in partnership.
The service that we provide at Veterans First Point is tri-service. It's all services within the military. Any veteran, male or female, as long as they've done a day's service in the military, they can come to our service at any time. And it's also for plus and minus one family member, so mother, father, sister, brother, as long as they're over 18, can come to our service.
The thing with a veteran is breaking that barrier with pride, because you were a soldier, because you were at that high point and you were respected. You come out here, you're just a normal person again. But in a soldier's eyes, you've got that pride, and breaking through that pride to say, I'm hurt, it's a hard thing.
I was in the armed forces for 19 years and served in Ireland, Bosnia, Iraq, and also done Afghanistan. Come for the military into civilian street, it's hard. A Veterans First Point was there for me when I left the forces. I would probably have found it easier to get onto the housing ladder, or maybe accommodation where I wasn't put into a homeless unit and had to find out the hard way. But Veterans First Point would have helped me a lot more to stabilise myself and not go as low as I went.
My message to veterans watching this would be to talk. It's good to talk, and that could be as simple as just talking to a family member. It could be talking to a friend. It could be reaching out to a service such as ourselves, because we are a service made by veterans for veterans, and saying, actually, do you know, I'm not feeling too great today and this is what's been going on. You're about 90% sure that that veteran that's listening and maybe has actually been through the same thing as yourself, so they understand, and there's a mutuality there, and that the peer support worker and the veteran can bond. But I would say if anybody's struggling, there is people out there that can help and to reach out.